guys! I'm going to be starting a new series called Herb of the Week. In this series, I'm going to pick an herb or a spice at random, and I'm just going to tell you about it. I'm going to talk about the actions, the energetics, and the benefits of the herb. I'm also going to share with you some recipes and ways to use the herb. Without further ado, take it away, intro. The herb I'm going to tell you about today is rosemary. Now, many of you know of this herb since it's very common in most kitchens, and a lot of recipes call for it, such as soups, stews, casseroles, and even roasted vegetables. But there's many other food items and recipes that we can add this to in order to receive its benefits, such as chocolate chip cookies and shortbread. Just trust me on that. Like all herbs and spices, rosemary is not meant to just be in the kitchen enhancing your favorite recipes. It has many medicinal properties to improve our daily lives and overall health. The energetics of rosemary are warming, drying, and stimulating. Its actions include anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, antispasmodic, antioxidant, astringent, carminative, bitter, circulatory stimulant, cholagogue, emmenagogue, diaphoretic, and nervine. Now, in the kitchen, besides adding rosemary to our favorite recipes, we can experience the benefit of rosemary through crafting a vinegar, infusion, tonic, or tincture. Outside of the kitchen for topical use, we can use rosemary to create fragrant salves, creams, and even rosemary water. For aromatic use, we can simply diffuse the oils in a diffuser. Rosemary is helpful in detoxification and improving focus and memory. It can also soothe the pain of a headache along with digestive upset from mental tension, stress, worry, and anxiety. Along with that, it's an absolute game changer when it comes to sore throat, cough, flu, and clearing congestion. Topically, it's great for fine lines, skin laxity, and scalp health, which is associated with hair fall. Now, let's go collect some. To wash the herbs, we're just going to rinse them in cool water. The first thing I'm going to show you how to make is rosemary water. This is great for scalp health and hair growth. We're going to start by adding 2 cups of water to a pot. You can also use a kettle if you like. Now we got our water in the pot, we're going to bring this to a boil. Okay, the water has obviously came to a boil, and we're going to add about 4 to 6 sprigs of rosemary to the pot. I'm going to give this a quick stir, and then we're going to let it boil for 10 to 15 minutes. The rosemary sprigs have been boiling for about 15 minutes now, so I'm going to remove it from the heat to let it cool for about 30 minutes to an hour. This is what our water looks like now. It's a really pretty golden green color. Our rosemary water has been cooling for about 45 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and remove the sprigs of rosemary. We now want to transfer the rosemary water into some type of glass or bowl that has a spout so we can pour it into a spray bottle. It's a really pretty, rich color. I'm using a spray bottle, but if you don't have one, that's okay because it can be stored in a jar and you can use your fingers to massage it into your roots and your hair. If you do choose to use a jar, I would put a piece of natural wax paper in between the opening and the jar lid, just so rust doesn't form. Now that you have your finished product of rosemary water, make sure that you store this in the fridge and it will be good for 2 weeks. The next thing I'm going to show you how to make is a citrus rosemary tea, and this tea is one of my favorite teas. It's so awesome because you have the vitamin C from the citrus and then the benefits of the rosemary. It's just a win-win. It's a great tea. we're gonna cut 2 large round slices of both the orange and the lemon. If you happen to catch any seeds in your slice, make sure you remove those. We're gonna add 1 large sprig of rosemary to a pot or a kettle. We're now gonna pour about 10 ounces of water over the rosemary. We're gonna give it a light stir just to make sure that the rosemary isn't stuck to the bottom of the pan. Then go ahead and set your stove to a medium-high heat. We're gonna bring this pot of water and rosemary to a boil. Now that our pot of water is boiling, we're gonna turn the heat off and add the orange slices and the lemon slices. Once you've added your citrus, we're gonna go ahead and let the tea steep for about 5 to 7 minutes. Our tea has been steeping for about 7 minutes, and I'm gonna go ahead and transfer the citrus slices into a mug. Once I have the citrus slices in my mug, I like to go ahead and muddle it just a little bit with my spoon. You can either discard the rosemary sprig that was in the pot, or you can put it in your drink. I like to keep it. And now we just pour the tea into the mug. And if you like a little bit of sweetness, you can go ahead and add a teaspoon, a tablespoon, or however much you want of organic, raw, local honey. Thank you guys for watching. If you happen to like this video or found it interesting, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future content. If you happen to make either of these recipes, have any questions, or have a request of a herb or spice for me to do in one of the herb of the weeks, go ahead and leave those in the comments below. Cheerio and